Welcome to the deep dive. We're diving straight in because, look, this India-England test series is just fascinating.
It really is. Perfectly poised at 1-1.
Exactly. And India, well, they've got this huge wave of momentum after that massive win in Birmingham, right? 336 runs.
Commanding is the word. Absolutely.
So now, all eyes are on Lord's. The third test kicking off July 10th. It feels crucial.
Oh, it is. Hugely crucial.
Our mission today, really, is to try and cut through some of the noise, look at the key selection calls that could genuinely decide who takes control here.
Yeah, the decisions that matter.
Okay, let's unpack this. Where do we start?
Well, I think the biggest one, the confirmed one, is Jasprit Bumrah. He's back.
Yes, huge news.
He sat out Birmingham, workload management, which was smart, probably. Keep him fresh.
The world's #1 test bowler, back at
Yeah.
the home of cricket. Skipper Gill confirmed it.
Yep, Gill confirmed it. And, this isn't just swapping one bowler for another. Bumrah brings something unique.
That unorthodox action, the Yorkers.
Exactly. Especially in England, early on, he can just break a game open. It's a real statement from India.
So if Bumrah's in, that almost certainly means Prasidh Krishna.
Yeah, looks like it. He struggled a bit, didn't he, with rhythm, conceding runs.
Yeah, the economy rate was high.
So he's likely out. But Akashdeep, after taking 10 wickets at Edgbaston,
Wow, 10 wickets.
his place seems pretty locked in now, you'd think, for the rest of the series, probably.
Okay, so Bumrah's back. Akashdeep stays. That shores up the pace attack. But does Bumrah's return make the other big question easier or harder? The all-rounder spot.
Ah, the all-rounder conundrum. Good question.
Because Lord's, it often seems around a bit early, then flattens out. Does that scream seam bowling all-rounder?
It often does, yeah. It pushes you in that direction, which brings Shardul Thakur right into the frame.
Right. He gives you that bit of batting depth, plus he can swing it.
He can, but then you weigh that against Washington Sundar.
Who played pretty well in Birmingham, didn't he? Got runs 42 and 12.
And that massive wicket of Ben Stokes. Very valuable contributions.
But
Ugh.
his off-spin might not be the primary weapon needed at Lord's. Is that the thinking?
That's likely the calculation, yeah. Especially if they favor Shardul's pace and a pure potential swing in those conditions.
And what about Nitish Kumar Reddy? His spot seems, shaky.
Under massive scrutiny, I'd say. Just 2 runs across 2 innings, and he barely bowled. It's tough to justify keeping him in right now.
But Thakur seems the logical swap if they go that way. Any other possibilities? Kuldeep?
Arshdeep.
They might think about Kuldeep for wrist spin variety or Arshdeep for that left arm angle, but it really depends how that pitch looks just before the toss.
Gosh, lots of moving parts there. It's like picking chess pieces, isn't it?
It really is. Every choice has a knock-on effect.
But one area that looks incredibly solid for India is the batting.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
Rock solid.
Shubman Gill is just on another planet right now. Leading run scorer, 585 runs, 3 centuries already.
It's phenomenal form, truly leading from the front. Does that kind of dominance maybe take a bit of pressure off the others? Or is there a risk they become too reliant on him?
Interesting point. I think it mostly helps. It gives Jaiswal, KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant, it gives them that bit more freedom because they know the skipper's firing.
Oh, they've all chipped in consistently too, haven't they?
They have built a really solid foundation. Karun Nair is expected to keep his place, even though his scores haven't been huge.
Right. BSI Sudarshan is waiting in the wings, though.
He is, but unless there's an injury, you probably won't see him or Dhruv Jurel or Abhimanyu Aswaran in this test.
Okay. So India's batting looks set, some big bowling decisions to make. What about England? How do they bounce back after Edgbaston?
Well, they have to respond, don't they? Conceding over 1,000 runs, taking only 16 wickets. That's not sustainable.
So a bowling reshuffle is definitely on the cards.
Absolutely. And the biggest talking point, the one everyone's buzzing about, is Jofra Archer.
Ah, the potential return. Hasn't played a test since 2021.
That's right. But his pace, that ability to just hurry batters, it's exactly what England might feel they need against this Indian lineup.
Big if about his fitness and rhythm, though, surely.
Massive if. But the potential upside is huge. Gus Atkinson's also in the squad now, and he's very likely to play, I think.
Okay, so Archer potentially in, Atkinson likely in. Who goes out?
You'd expect Josh Tongue and Shoaib Bashir to make way.
Right. Bashir's spin, probably not needed at Lord's.
Unlikely to be a big factor, yeah. But Chris Wokes, he should keep his place. His record at Lord's is just phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Wokes loves playing at Lord's.
He really does. So The key thing is, England might just go in with 4 pacers, 4 specialist quicks.
Really attack that Indian batting lineup.
That seems the logical strategy. Try and fight fire with fire, basically. Put them under pressure with pace and movement.
Makes sense on paper, I guess.
Yeah.
But just loading up on pace, is that a bit one-dimensional? Could it be a risk if the pitch doesn't really zip around?
It is a calculated gamble, yeah. You're right. If it's flat or slows down, you might miss having a holding spinner.
Even just someone to tie up an end.
Potentially. But Lord's rarely spins dramatically early on. I think England will back their seamers, back the conditions, and just go with all-out pace and aggression. They need wickets fast.
It's a bold strategy. Okay, so we've talked tactics, players.
Wow.
But Lords, it's more than just tactics, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's this whole other layer.
Ah, the Lord's factor, absolutely.
It's just steeped in history, emotion. You hear players talk about walking through the long room, dreaming of getting on that honors board.
It's iconic. Truly iconic.
How does that actually affect things, though? That weight of history, the legend of the place.
Yeah.
Does it genuinely impact how someone plays?
I think it does, yeah. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it adds this unpredictable element.
Like it can lift players.
It can totally elevate experienced players, make them find something extra. But
yeah,
think about someone like Nitish Kumar Reddy, if he were playing, already under pressure. Yeah. That immense stage, the history, it could magnify every single mistake. Turn a wobble into a real mental battle.
So it cuts both ways.
Definitely. For so many players, just playing at Lord's, let alone winning, it's more than just another game. It defines careers, it builds legacies.
It really feels like this test isn't just about taking the series lead. It's about moments that could, etch players' names into history.
Exactly that. High stakes, iconic venue, doesn't get much bigger.
Absolutely. So thinking about all that, what stands out to you? When you picture India and England walking out at Lord's with these selection calls hanging in the air, the pressure, who do you think needs to be in that Indian XI for this huge test?
Ooh, that's the question, isn't it?
And how do you see these choices playing out? Not just for the series scoreline, but for the players themselves, their futures, their legacies. Lots to think about.